Where does Jump King go when he is seriously injured? To the Hopspital. Welcome to the stream, my friends. Happy Wednesday. I hope you are well tonight. Dead Zergling is first in chat. We've got Loose and Jelly here as well, and Final Fantasy is perhaps lurking. We will hang out upside down for a while at your request, my friend. What is Jump King's favorite type of cookie? Zergling asks. I have no idea, Zergling. An alien engineer. Oh, Jelly's got a good one. When it says press A, it means press A. Drop cookies? I don't know the term. Chahopcolit chip. Jelly guessed. I don't think I know what drop cookies are. So I never in a million years would have got that one. Alright, so we're somewhere not new, but somewhere we haven't been in a while. Ooh, and almost fell immediately out. That would have been cool. So this is like, it's almost like progress. This is the land of invisible platforms, so you're going to see me jumping at a lot of nothing and standing on a lot of nothing if I do everything right. I considered making a play on words, but something that even that exists is even better. I just didn't have the point of reference to appreciate it, sadly. There it is. So in case you had any doubts that I've been here before, I mean, I still remember where a decent number of the platforms are. There we go. Whee! Good thing about this area is as long as we're in here, stakes are pretty low. There's not anywhere really punishing that we can fall to in these caves. It's only once we make it out through the other side of the cave that we risk losing everything we've ever gained and more. You mix up the dough, then basically just drop the dough balls onto the pan and bake, thus drop cookies. I was thinking of like, for some reason I was thinking of like peanut butter blossoms. They can be peanut butter, yes. So they're not really so much a type of cookie as a method of cookie, right? That right there is where all our dreams will die, by the way. That area over there to the left, that spot that's shining in the light. If I overshoot that, I fall back into the pink area and am almost 100% guaranteed to lose everything I've ever gained in life. I just wildly make a full power jump from there? No, that's not a good idea. One thing I've hated since Mega Man is invisible platforms. Not too fond of invisible enemies either. Yes, I'm talking about you, Doom, Final says. I have yet to face that particular challenge. I think fortunately for me. I mean, I have fought invisible enemies. Bubsy 3D has enemies that I called invisible, but they're really not so much invisible as translucent. Transparent. I don't think I have any strong, like, blanket feelings toward invisible platforms, necessarily. One of my biggest gripes is foreground obstacles. I really despise foreground obstacles in games because they're pretty much never done in a non-immersion breaking way. Nice. I wish I could delete my own comments. Oh, that area up there of all the pillars? Yeah, I don't think I've ever been above that. We're close. We're close to new PB territory. Oh, one moment. Thank you for the coffee, Jelly. Definitely need some of that tonight. Feeling low energy all day. I slept way too much, and then I just couldn't get myself moving. Took forever to make dinner tonight. Yeah, so I rip the run. That was closer than any of you know. It was closer than anyone realizes. It's almost all over right there. I don't remember what the rest of what I was going to say was. It was almost time to rage quit Jump King for the night. I have to eat small quantities, Final says, so my dinner is just one piece of chicken. Hopefully it is at least a very good piece. My idea of small quantities: 6 eggs over easy, a pound of lamb, 400 mils of raw milk. Oh, it's tasty. Got some barbecue sauce that's healthier than most, but it's so spicy. Sounds good to me. That's the way to do it. So yeah, I found this area really early on. It was kind of convoluted how I ended up on this path, but I suspected for an extremely long time that this was an optional path. I don't think I knew that the game had DLC for a while. But I don't know. When I first found this particular branch, it was so long ago, I don't really remember quite well. But I thought there was a chance it could be optional, and then the more time I spent, the more I became convinced of its optional nature. And then one night when I was in Sarconius's chat, he asked me how I was doing in Jump King, and he said something when I described where I was. I don't remember exactly what he said. Or it wasn't even what he said, it was the facial expression he made. It was the facial expression he made, because I said something about where I was, and he didn't say anything because he was, like, you know, avoiding giving me input or spoilers or anything. But the face that he made suggested to me, like, pretty much confirmed I'm definitely in an optional area, but, like, I'm already committed, so... That knowledge doesn't grant me any powers. We have a raid coming in. Very nice. Bestiary, welcome in. Thank you for the raid. It says you're playing Ocarina of Time Master Quest. Very nice. I've gone through that experience one time myself. It was not terrible, but I got pretty stuck toward the end. Welcome into Jump King. We're still not making progress. This is still stuff I've seen before. We are close to potential progress. I don't remember exactly how high I've made it. I think this is the highest area I've been to. But I don't know. I've definitely been to the screen above this. I think I've seen one even higher than this too, but we're getting close to seeing something new. I think I've been above this screen too. But the quest is balanced on the edge of a knife right now. It's very easy to fall out of this area and lose more progress than I have the strength to regain. Actually, you know what? Even before the things that I just described happened, something was said in the chat that confirmed that also. Kind of confirmed I was in a optional area a long time ago. I don't remember exactly how it was phrased, but someone made a comment about the part of the game that I was in, and I don't remember if they said that it looked unfamiliar or if they said it looked tough or something. It was back when I was in the snowy area, and someone in the chat said, a very Frownie thing is happening right now. And that also, like, you know, pretty much confirms that I'm on an optional path when that was said. My only real hope is that this path does lead to an ending or some kind of definitive progress. If I go all the way up here, only to be locked into a situation from which I'm forced to retreat, I'm gonna be pretty unhappy. I mean, you know, part of my curse is that part of me is gonna love it, but a not insignificant part of me is really gonna hate it. Unhappy is just another name for Frownie. Oh. That light ray jump spooks me a bit every time. That is the scariest part of my whole life. Yeah, I've definitely been up here before. I don't know. I don't think I've made it. I don't think I made it above this screen. I've definitely been up here. Oh. Maybe we've been in there before too. This still looks familiar. This still looks familiar. I don't know. Oh my goodness. I miss scary games. I watch scary movies and just fall asleep before the first hour. We are above the pink, Mansto. Welcome in. We are above the pink. I don't think I'm at anything new, but I'm really close to it. I can't quite recall. This still looks familiar to me. This still looks like stuff I've seen before. No! Uh-oh. I can still very easily fall back down into and below the pink, so we are not safe. Being above the pink does not mean we're safe. There's a very treacherous jump that is threatening the run every couple minutes. I've already failed it once tonight and luckily recovered, but that's certainly not guaranteed. Oh my goodness. This is the jump. That area there with the light, if I overshoot that, I fall back into the pink. So I really have to be careful with that jump. That jump can ruin everything. Everything else is pretty okay. Losing any of this progress, as long as I don't miss that one jump, as much as I may, like, scream and shout a little bit, it's really not that bad. Even, like, these jumps right here, are kind of okay. I say all this, and my palms are sweating, and my heart is racing. So, maybe I'm just trying to act cool. Fall King. There's a smoking hot babe waiting at the bottom. I think that game basically already exists. I think it's called Downwell. I've never played it before, but... I think it's the reverse of Jump King. Conceptually. Downwell's fun. Played for hours without realizing I was making it much harder on myself. Just your kind of game. Oh, I love that. I love when I play a game for hours and make it and don't realize I'm making it harder on myself. Those are my favorite kind of games. That's not even sarcasm for those who may be lurking and don't know me very well yet. Oh, that jump's free. This jump right here, that's free. You don't have to time it. You just maximum jump gets you there. I didn't know or remember that. I suspect there are a lot of free jumps in this game that I just don't know about. I think the odds of that are very high because there are quite a few areas that I went through over and over again a lot of times. That jump's also free, and I didn't realize that the first time. Is this jump free? That jump's free? All the jumps in the game are free. Why did I ever worry? Uh-oh. This is bad. That's scary. I looked for a free jump in this area, but of course that didn't happen. We had chicken fajitas again for dinner tonight, by the way. Probably be having that for the rest of the week. Based on the groceries we have and what we've been up to. It really is a meal that there's just something magical about. I don't know what it is about the chicken fajitas. Like, maybe it's the tortillas or the spiciness. There's just something that, like, I really feel like it's a meal that just brings me to life. I feel that I'm running on premium gasoline when we eat fajitas for dinner. That jump wasn't free. Oh no, this is not good. Uh-oh. I don't know what that dish is, Zergling. I worry I'm gonna mispronounce that. Hey Greg, welcome in. Is this a new area? No, it's not quite new. It's a better area. I am above where you've seen for the last, like, 4,000 hours that I've played the game. I don't think I've seen anything new tonight, but I'm really close. Oh, it was a Dragon Ball Z joke. Okay, yeah, right over my head. The only things I know about Dragon Ball Z is there is some condition which is known as going Super Saiyan. There's a meme of a guy yelling, "It's over 9,000," and there's a green guy named Piccolo. And at that, I'm tapped. That's all I know about Dragon Ball. I know there's a guy called Goku as well, but the guy that yells "It's over 9,000" is Vegeta. If Frownie's memory wasn't so good, he could have felt like he made real progress, but alas. I don't have a great, like, memory as in sense of just, like, unprompted recall. But I have a strong, like, sense of familiarity. I can recognize when something's familiar. That's not a very trustworthy sense to have. Dragon Ball Z is connected to Dragon Quest, the games? I did not know that. Channel surfing level knowledge. I'm the same, Frownie. I've seen some edited public meltdowns, Final says, and when someone screams at the top of their lungs, you see the captions below, Super Saiyan noises. Yeah, we are potentially on the way to progress. Chrono Trigger, Dragon Quest, and Dragon Ball, all done by the same artist. Okay. I thought that was the name of a character who was in both things. Like the universe, like it was shared universes or something. Yeah, I can see. Yeah, because like the hairstyle for like the Chrono Trigger guy kind of looks like Dragon Ball, some of the Dragon Ball characters, right? Don't they have that hair that like kind of looks like it's made of like, I don't know, aloe vera or something? It like goes upward in like segmented spikes. Oh, that jump's not free. The other one is. Oh, no. I made that same mistake last time, too. Yeah, the artwork. Right on. They yell like crazy whenever they power up. It isn't just Super Saiyan. Ooh, I thought I was going to overshoot that. No! It's okay. Hey, Master Tuesday. Welcome in. Happy Tuesday, my friend. We are back up here at the very end of last night's session. I made it back up into the bottom of this area, and I was like, you know what, I'm quitting. I'm stopping here before I lose this. So I'd rather lose it at the beginning of tomorrow night's stream than the end of tonight's stream. I'd love to have 2 more days off yet, Greg says. I wish it was Tuesday. I remember when I was a kid, I read an Amelia Bedelia story where she was making a date cake, but she didn't know, I guess she didn't know what that was or whatever. I mean, that's kind of that character's thing, right? And so she cut up a calendar and mixed it into the batter. But the thing was, I didn't know what a date was either, so it made sense to me. I mean, I knew calendars weren't edible, but make a calendar out of dates. Genius. Yeah, I was thinking about that Tuesday. I was thinking of an advent calendar where every window had some sort of date behind it. Hey cows, welcome in. How goes the jumping? Well, I haven't lost everything yet, so for now it's the best it's been in years. As long as until I fall and lose everything, I'm doing pretty well. Even though we haven't seen anything new yet, but we got a little bit close one time. I keep thinking, oh, the next screen is something new, and then I get there and I'm like, oh no, I remember this. I found a couple jumps that are just sort of free jumps as well, which is really nice. Sees the final screen. This looks familiar. Wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't that be great? This area is comparatively not even really that bad. It's very similar to that area in the pink zone where there's all those like floating like 1 pixel blocks. Right, these are a little wider than some of those blocks. Well, not really. Not really, because the slopes, they look wider, but it's very similar to that, but it's not nearly as punishing when you fall, so I can take it. Oh, you get to the very top, the very last top of the very last screen, jump through one of those little tunnels, and then merge through a secret invisible hole at the bottom of the game. Oh, what emotion would I even feel if that happened? I wouldn't even know what to feel. Hey, this is new. I have never seen this snake before. I am certain I've never seen this snake before. This is new. Did I get the subtitle wrong? Does it really? There's a smoking hot snake at the top? What do you have to say to me, friend? Weaker men have not been as lucky. A being of absolute will. To prove we are not mistaken, he will deliver us the blood-red stone. A favor no mortal would ask for. Oh, that bird has the stone. Oh, I have to catch the bird. Oh my goodness. Thank you for the trophies. This is our new PB. Dead inside is a feeling, isn't it? Yeah, I feel like you just start laughing, Cal says. I jumped too strong. This is okay. Everything's okay. Don't panic. Bird is the word. I wonder what the snake will give me if I ever catch that bird. Bonk bonk bump. Even the snake was surprised. Accolades. No! Why is that so easy to overshoot? Everyone who's a fan of Jump King should be super thrilled because meeting that snake has kind of just ruined my life, right? There's the progress that I've been secretly hoping would not happen. There's the excuse I must now use to continue playing this game in perpetuity. So you can see the snake in the background? I didn't know that that was a snake, though, that we were seeing. I had no idea what it was. I just thought it was like a... I thought it was like some kind of like tube. Or like a bundle of like a really thick like bundle of electrical cords or something. I didn't see, like, I definitely saw that in the background, but I didn't identify it as snake. I thought it was something inorganic and mechanical. Surprise! We're playing Snakes and Ladders now. I remember that game. I grew up with a copy of Snakes and Ladders, and the first time I saw a copy of Chutes and Ladders, I was like, where are all the snakes? What's going on? Yeah, maybe, I don't know, maybe it's a regional thing, Zergling. But yeah, I had Snakes and Ladders when I was a kid. It's the same, I believe that they're the same thing. It's just a cosmetic difference. I say maybe it's a regional thing, as if Tuesday and I live anywhere remotely remotely close on the planet. We're as far away as we could possibly be. We had eels and escalators, Cow says. That's the SpongeBob version of the game. Eels and escalators. They pair well because they're both electric. Oh my goodness. I did the exact same Too Short hop 1,000 times in a row, and the one time I do something different, of course, it's an immediate overshoot. There we go. No! No! This game is just like Dark Souls. There's even a giant snake that talks to you and gives you a task. I just realized that. There's a big bird at the start of Dark Souls, too. There's a lot of birds in this game. I guess there's a lot of birds in a lot of games. Yeah, there's a lot. Well, there's a lot of birds in general everywhere. It's really dark outside tonight. I took Arthur out for a restroom break. Oh my goodness, my heart skipped a beat just there. That was a misinput. I was in the backyard and I looked at the edge of the yard where there's like a woods line. Real low to the ground, there were 3 sets of eyes staring back at me from the edge of the woods. I got really nervous. I couldn't, all I could see was the eyes. I have like one of those like head flashlights, but the battery's getting kind of low, so it's real dim. And so I couldn't make out the shape of what animal was staring back at me. I was like, oh no, have I encountered a pack of wolves in my backyard? This might be the end of Frownie. Fortunately, it was 3 deer. And I told Jelly that, and she thought that I was silly for thinking it could be wolves. And I was like, well, I didn't think it was 3 7-foot wolves. They were lying down. They weren't deer at full height. Now it just reminded myself. So I went through a long chain of thought there that you didn't have access to, I'm afraid. Where I was thinking about 7-foot wolves, and then I was thinking about, you know, well, I guess they would be werewolves, and then I was remembering. I've been listening to some of the Harry Potter books as audiobooks when I go to sleep at night. And when I woke up this morning, I was in like that weird like state where you're not really asleep, but your brain also isn't functioning. And I was listening to the story, and they were talking about werewolves, and I was thinking about, wow, my life would be really different if I became infected and became a werewolf. And I was like, I wonder if I would share that information with my chat, or if I would have to on the stream, or if I would feel like I needed to I needed to keep that detail to myself. And I was like, would my stream just become a stream dedicated to like the werewolf lifestyle and like how things change for you when you when you get infected with lycanthropy. But I was thinking about all these things, and I was half asleep, and I had this long chain of thought, and it wasn't for several long minutes until it occurred to me that werewolfism is not a condition that exists. In my adult half asleep state, I was having this conversation with myself as if it were a real, like, believing in my mind that it was a real possibility. Like, this wasn't a hypothetical conversation I was having with myself. It was a real one. Oh. Oh. It was a very very strange morning. I wonder. 5-foot giant, welcome in. Your secret is safe with us. Ah, thank you. Thank you, 5-foot giant. Very grateful to know I have people I can trust. Thank you for joining us tonight, by the way. Always a pleasure to see you. Wonder if being a werewolf would be enough to get over your fear of ketchup. I imagine that. I imagine it would become even more intense. Because I think my issue with ketchup is that I'm really sensitive to the smell of ketchup for some reason. I've got a pretty, like... I feel like I have a pretty strong resilience to bad smells. Like... It's something I feel like I can definitely face if I have to. Unless it's food. Like, I can't handle... There are particular food smells that I can't handle, I think. I don't know. Jelly should load up the silver bullets if I suddenly find myself more sensitive to ketchup. Well, I would like to think she wouldn't feel the need to execute me. If Frownie ever becomes chief of world police, I'll become the ketchup bandit. You'll be top of the most wanted list. The good thing about being the chief finals, I wouldn't have to track you down myself. I'd be able to send all my men out after you. We need a team of people who are fearless to catch up. Do you remember weird color ketchup in the 90s? Yeah, I think I remember green and purple. Which green ketchup really seems like it should just always be a thing, right? Because there are green tomatoes. I guess if you made ketchup out of, like, heirloom tomatoes, then you could have purple ketchup as, like, a natural thing, too. But I remember, like, very, like... like Laffy Taffy vibrant green and purple ketchups. It's green dye. Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. The ones that I'm thinking of, the ones that I'm thinking of from the 90s are definitely artificially colored. I mean, probably red ketchup is artificially colored as well. I'm sure that it's not just the natural tomato color that's making it that shade of red that it comes out as. Nickelodeon slime ketchup. Oh. And no, I would not even eat purple ketchup. Purple is not a condition that could salvage ketchup for me. Oh, and to Zergling's comment about Jelly not having a choice if I became a werewolf. I mean, I suppose fair enough. Rick and Jennifer's relationship didn't exactly survive her becoming a werewolf. Spoiler alert for Splatterhouse. To be fair, condiments aren't good for you anyway, so aren't healthy for you anyway, so it's a good thing. I mean, it's not like I eat exclusively things that are healthy for me. Far from it. I really, like, as long as I'm not falling back through that pink zone, none of this bothers me. I really, honestly am at, like, to the core of my being, perfectly okay if we just stay on these 2 or 3 screens right here for the rest of tonight. Having seen that snake, I'm you know, as long as I can stay in this general neighborhood, everything is fine. Everything is okay. mean, the more times I do have to exit this stage, like, it does raise my blood pressure a bit, because I keep having to make this one jump. And that's scary to me, but... things could be so much worse. I felt like I made it through here really well. Like, really quickly tonight. Like, we made it up to that snake with not you know, a ton of effort, but getting back up there is trickier than getting up there the first time. I read a comment today on a YouTube video where someone was... oh no. RIP. Well, that was Jump King for tonight, my friends. That's the end of our lives. No, it's really all over now. It's gonna be another 4 months before we get back up there. But oh well. It is what it is. We knew it was inevitable. I read a comment on a YouTube video where they're talking about, no, it's not 2 steps forward, 1 step back. It's 1 step forward, 18 steps back. They're talking about practicing, like when you're learning a piece of music and you're practicing it, and you'll play a piece of music perfectly 9 times. Like, you'll play it absolutely perfectly 9 times, and then you'll make a mistake on the 10th time, and then your brain decides that's the version of the song to lock in permanently. And it's just the question of, why is it like that? I can relate. I can very much relate to that experience. Having your errors memorized, despite all of your flawless practice. Won't I be kept up at night until I solve the thing? I mean, we only have approximately 40 minutes left to play Jump King tonight, so we got to meet a new snake friend, though. Should we cut out the middleman and just head all the way back down to Greenland now? Save ourselves a little bit of time. That was almost good. I was one jump away from having a shot at getting back up there. What that text was going to say. I'm sure I've read it before, probably multiple times, but... Come on, game. No. No. Ooh. Oh, cool. We are, by the way. It wasn't a joke. We are on our way to Greenland. Did you honestly expect anything different, Gray? This is what this game is. There's never not going back. Especially with me at the wheel. Naive, maybe, but yes. I appreciate the hope for me, but we're just setting ourselves up for disappointment. There is only backward. Progress is the illusion. I did think I could beat it once upon a time. I did agree with you once, many ages ago. I just can't imagine. I can't imagine a world where Jump King is no longer a part of my life, you know? It seems like the thing I will be doing for the rest of eternity. The only way Frownie could disappoint me is by giving up. Well, I haven't given up yet. No matter how much I might want to. Believe it or not, that jump is possible. They patched that out of the game. They released an update for Jump King that raises this block by 2 pixels, so that's impossible now. What's going on? On the one hand, there's the temptation to want to compliment how much dialogue they gave a lot of the background characters, or at least the instinct to give them a lot of to give the characters a lot of dialogue, so that you have a lot of different things to read every time you pass by an area. But they really don't deserve that compliment, considering how grossly they underestimated how quickly all that dialogue would be exhausted nonetheless. I think I've seen every piece of text that every character in the game can possibly say. Like every character we've passed so far. I've seen everything they can say thousands of times. And at that rate, they might as well just each have one piece of dialogue. They might as well just have one line for every character for the percentage of times that, like, you see something that's not the same, which is basically 0. Well, if they were trying to annoy the player, they'd just have everyone say the same thing again and again, right? They wouldn't give you different stuff to read. It would be more grading, right? They just have the same thing. At least they're not laughing at you like the dog in Duck Hunt. Some of them do. Some of the characters are some of the background characters are very antagonistic towards you. You think one piece of dialogue would be too easy to tune out? And because it might be new, you have to read it? A fair hypothesis, but can't really say that I ever feel the urge to pay attention to what any of these guys in the Windy City have to say. I don't feel that particular temptation. I may be a little bit uncharacteristically immune to dialogue, though. If we're speaking at a purely, like, interest level. $20. 20 minutes to be free of Jump King for the night. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Jelly, I just remembered. First of all, last night, Cows shared a joke in the chat, and I read part of the comment, but I never went back for the rest of it. And then it was the knock knock joke about the interrupting cow, I think. And Jelly shared that with me today, and we had a laugh about it that I didn't appreciate in the moment last night. But Jelly shared a picture with me today. She was walking through a parking lot and she spotted a car and she had to take a picture of it. Because here's the thing. In the car, in the passenger seat, there was a skeleton. There was a life-size skeleton in the passenger seat. The driver's seat had on the headrest of the driver's seat, It had a crocheted square. It had a purple and blue crocheted square. Or purple and black and white, I think, but it was purple. And on the dashboard, there was a little stuffed animal of it. There was a little stuffed animal of a cow. So either Jelly has found the car that I'm going to someday develop that's going to allow me to travel through time, or someone who's really obsessed with the stream has found the town where I live. I'm gonna try and remember. I'm gonna try and remind her to post it in the Discord. She asked if she should, and I told her to wait because I thought I should verbally share it first. But it was just unbelievable. The stream personified in a car. Raiders, welcome in. Shootswolf, thank you for the raid. I hope you're doing well tonight. Baldur's Gate 3, more Baldur's Gate. Hope that went very well for you. This is a change for you? I'm not sure which part. I'm not sure which part that's in reference to. If you're referring to where we are in the game, sadly, sadly this area is still kind of old news for me. I've been here a lot. We were much higher up. It almost, well, I actually did make progress tonight. I actually reached a brand new height. We had a new PB earlier, but I'm all the way back down here again. I met a new character who assigned me a task, and then I immediately blundered and lost everything. Thank you for the congrats. I do feel pretty good that we saw something new. I have my, you know... Oh, thank goodness. This is great. This is great. This is where I wanted to get back up to. I actually kind of want to quit playing Jump King right now, but we're going to go a little while longer. Since I'm back up here, I don't want to press my luck and lose and fall out of this area again. But you know, I should be bold and keep going for a little while longer before we switch games. So my PB is like 6 or 7 screens higher than this one. Maybe closer to 8 or 9. Oops. There's no jump required there. So the jump here at the top, on the top left, where there's that little platform with the ray of light shining on it, this is the riskiest jump in the game for me right now. If I overshoot that tunnel, that vertical channel on the left there, if I overshoot that jump, will send me back down into that pink area where my odds of failure are very, very high. So as long as I don't miss that particular jump, like it's kind of life is kind of okay. But I always end up missing that jump eventually. As long as I don't overshoot it. Undershooting it, of course, is fine. Oh. Groovy. No. We've been playing Jump King every day this week. I'm playing 2 hours of Jump King at the start of every stream. We're playing right now. We're playing Jump King and Princess Peach Showtime, which is a little atypical to be doing such a limited set of games and something so new, but right now the project is just to play those 2 games until I beat one of them. And it's definitely not going to be this one that I beat. Oh my goodness, that is a fall like that has never happened before. That's scary. What am I doing? What am I doing? If I ever beat this game, I'm going to celebrate by getting a Jump King tattoo on my face. What I'll do is I get a Jump King tattoo on the bottom of my foot, and I'll get an arrow tattooed that starts on the top of my head and goes all the way down my body and points to him. That's the that's the perfect Jump King tattoo. Oh, splattered on the bottom of your foot. Is this a free jump? That's a free jump. No. No. See, I like this game right now. When I'm up here in this area, I like this game. Like, this is actually fun. Like, this is what the game should always be like. It's when I'm hopelessly stuck down there in the wind zone that everything's bad. Oh. Like, right now, like, I feel happiness inside. Everyone, go out. Buy your own copy of Jump King today. Agent Frownie recommends. 2 thumbs up. I really thought I was going to fall down that channel on the left and have to immediately reverse what I was saying. I really thought that's how that was about to play out. Oh. Me oh my. So if you weren't here earlier, the snake, that giant thing coiling around in the background is a snake. And that snake is actually a character. And if we climb up 4 or 5 screens higher than this, we can meet that snake and talk to him. We just did that for the very first time about an hour ago. He sent us on a mission to go chase a bird, which is what all the characters in this game do. It's always birds. Now we had to get these special boots that allow us to walk on ice without sliding too much. That's what we're wearing right now. And in order to buy the boots, we had to get a gold coin from that was being carried away by a bird earlier. And there is another character that's offered to sell me another pair of boots that I found hidden in the game. But the other boots cost 10 pieces of silver, and I've only been able to find 5. So, I don't know what the other boots are, I don't know why I want them or what they do. And I don't know if I'm ever going to find 5 more pieces of silver. But that's another thing that's had me really worried the whole time I've been playing this, is the area that I'm moving through. If I find 5 more pieces of silver, I'm going to have to purposely throw all of our progress away and go back down to buy those other boots for whatever reason they exist for. And all this will be for nothing. So that's something to look forward to. But I kind of think the other 5 pieces of silver might exist in a different part of the map, and that those boots aren't actually for this particular vertical passageway, but another branch of the map somewhere else in the game. But I mean, I don't know, because I haven't actually played enough of the game to really understand the layout of the map and how it works. Oh, that was so close to disaster. Why? Why is it so easy to jump over? My brain is shutting down. I'm going on to autopilot, but it's like it's a really bad autopilot too, so I'm making it through here with like all the efficiency of like I'm like, oh yeah, I'm like a early model Roomba, just bouncing off things and hoping to accident my way to the exit. I think it's about time to be done with this one for the night. I'm shutting the jump king centers of my brain have been overstimulated and are shutting down. I can't take all that much. I'm gonna fall down here. I think this is a better place to save. That was 2 hours of Jump King, my friends. It's been an eventful night, but I'm actually ready to quit with this one. Calling it a little bit early. We were closer to 2.5 or 3 hours with this one with the other nights, but I'm clearly shutting down and probably shouldn't push it at the moment. We're not quitting the stream, of course. We're just going to take a little break, and then we're going to play more of the Princess Peach Showtime, a game that has sometimes treated me a little bit like Jump King. A game that's mostly been a whole lot of fun. But, yeah, I think, although it's a bit early, I think it's time for that BRB and that changeover. And we'll leave here in a hopeful spot again. And try and pick up more Jump King at the first part of tomorrow night's stream. We saw something new. As much as I didn't believe it was ever going to happen, it finally did. What do you know? Maybe playing Jump King every night is a good idea. Maybe I'll be playing this game every night for the rest of my life. Congrats on the new PB. Thank you, cows. Thank you. It's definitely something worth celebrating. So I'm going to briefly take the dog out for a moment for a quick walk. Quick restroom break for him. Get some more coffee. And yeah, more Princess Peach showtime when we get back. Two new rooms with exciting new power-ups. So we're going to be starting off seeing a lot of fresh stuff in that one. I mean, the whole game is kind of, fresh stuff. But, even more exciting. So thank you. Thank you one more time. More of this game tomorrow night. More Princess Peach in a minute. If you want to join me for that, just stand by.